and was counting on you. After that parent or guardian violated your trust and innocence with sexual assault and abuse, God told me to tell you tonight that if you just surrender to his love and his power, he will make every time those things happen to you, he'll make it like the first time. And he told me to tell you that in his economy, the first time never counts. If you've never lost a loved one, if you've never been embarrassed by a failure, if you've never been pulled out of a crack house, if you've never been slumped over in your car with an empty bottle in your lap, if you've never had to walk past your sorry spouse while he's sleeping on the couch or she's sleeping on the couch on your way to church, if you've never had a baby mama or baby daddy assassinate your character to your children when you're trying to raise them in the admonition of the Lord, if you haven't had a broken down car and live in a ragged apartment because what ended up on your credit report, if you are rumbling and rolling and grunting in constant pain based on a diagnosis from a doctor when you see folk around you walk around like they're Dr. Oz. If you've never had a need for a second chance, then you don't have to shout with us. But if God is talking to you and you know you need a second chance, if you know you need a second introduction, I would suggest you get up on your feet and do something very unusual. I would suggest you run around, roll around, scream, shout, do whatever you have to do because God is here to give you a second introduction. You better shout like you need one. All you bougie folks, y'all sit down. Delivered from crack, you keep standing. I had a pornography habit that was so bad, Pastor. I would watch it on my phone. Come on, man. When I was at work. Come on. You get that? Come on. I watched movers move my children's beds out of the apartment. It was okay when you got her stuff. Come on. Because Caesar dismissed her. But when the kids' stuff started leaving, I needed a second introduction. Come on. I worked at a bank and had to explain to them what was on my credit report when I got the job. Maybe you all will need a second introduction. Maybe you don't. Come on. But you all need a second introduction. Like the first one never happened. You had that child and you didn't expect it. You had to face certain situations. You give it to God, he'll make it like it never happened. You got to start praying for me that this preaching spirit won't be up here when I try to teach you. I cut all that mess out. Amen. Let's get back in this word. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. A second introduction. Now, go with me, if you will, to Luke chapter 22. Luke chapter 22. We're going to look at verses 54 through 62. Luke chapter 22, verses 54 through 62. My signature when it comes to teaching and preaching, Pastor, I love to teach on Peter. Typically, if I preach on something, Peter's going to be in it. All right. If y'all haven't noticed. Come on. Luke chapter 22, verses 54 through 62. Verse 54 reads, "And they took him and led him and brought him into the high priest's house. And guess who? Peter followed from afar off. And when they had kindled a fire in the midst of the hall," now that word hall right there, what you all need to know is, that is not referring to what we think of as a household hall. In the Greek, that refers to the courtyard of a mansion. So what y'all need to understand is this was not an isolated deal. This was in a large open area. And what we're about to read is not only was it in a large open area, Mr. Watkins, but there were a multitude of people there too.
All right.
Verse 55 again, and when he had kindled a fire in the midst of the hall, and were set down together, Peter sat down among them. But a certain man beheld him as he sat by the fire, and earnestly looked upon him and said, this man was with him. And he denied him, saying, woman, I know him not.
Come on.
You see, the second introduction is always predicated on your greatest failure.
All right, come on.
That's not in my notes.
All right, that's good.
And after a little while, another saw him and said, thou art also of them. And Peter said, man, I am not.
Come on. All right.
Are we looking for one more denial here? Let's get to it. And about the space of 1 hour after another, confidently affirmed, saying, of a truth, this fellow also was with him, for he is a Galilean. And Peter said, man, I know not what thou sayest. And immediately while he yet spake, the cock crew. And the Lord turned and looked upon Peter. How would y'all like that look? From Jesus. I don't know if I would like that.
Come on.
Oh, we got fancy graphics. That's all right. And the Lord looked, verse 61, and the Lord turned and looked upon Peter, and Peter remembered the word of the Lord, how he said unto him, before the cock crow thou shalt deny me thrice. And verse 62 says, and Peter went out and wept bitterly. Peter, again, was not in an isolated space with a lot of people. This in the Bible, what we just read, is the first time that we see Peter, Minister McDowell, challenged by a large and hostile crowd. Here's the significance. The first time we see Peter challenged by a large hostile crowd, the result was the biggest failure, Big Mike, that Peter had ever made.
Yes. All right. Come on.
Where is this going? The first time this happened, the first time, you see, Peter made a mistake. But we all, if we want to admit it, have first times and mistakes. You see, the first time you were offered that drink or you took that drug, you didn't honor Jesus. The first time that the Lord told you to witness to that man or that woman who you knew was going to hell and you didn't honor Jesus. When you had a chance to forgive that person and pray for him or her, and yet you decided to put your mouth on that person with gossip and slander, and you kept the invisible hook of unforgiveness locked in their jaw. You didn't honor Jesus.
All right. Say it.
So let's establish the fact that we all have a first time. We all mess up on the first introduction. But what if the first introduction was all there was? If that's all that there was, forget about the building.
Come on. Yeah.
Forget about all of this. Let's just shut down shop and go home.
All right. Come on now. You right.
Now hold that thought and let's go to John chapter 21. I warned you, we read a lot. John chapter 21, and we're going to start with verse 12. John chapter 21, and we're going to start with verse 12. Thank you all for your patience tonight. We're going to get on this word. I'm sorry. I want you to be revolutionized and changed by the word, not Eric.
Come on. That's right. That's it. I'm
not going to be up here with my second introduction serving you all soy.
Come on. All right.
If I'm going to get my second opportunity, which I'm doing right now, you getting Angus beef, baby.
Come on. All right. Say it. That's it.
You're going to get some meat. Now, John chapter 21, again, let's start with verse 12. And then we're going to skip to verse 15. And Jesus said to them, come and dine. Oh, I need you all to hold on to that phrase right there, come and dine, because we're going to come back to it. If y'all have ever heard me minister, I'll say something, and I promise y'all I'll always come back to it. We're going to come back to that. Hold that up. That's very important. Come and dine. And none of the disciples durst ask him, who art thou? Knowing that it was the Lord. Now let's go to verse 15. So when they had dined, I'm going to repeat that, so that when they had dined, hold on to that thought, Jesus said to Simon Peter, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these? He said unto him, yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He said unto him, feed my lambs. Verse 16, he said unto him again a second time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? He said unto him, yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He said unto him, feed my sheep. Verse 17, he said unto him the third time, not the first time, not the second time, but the third time, very significant. Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he said unto him the third time, lovest thou me? Now, why would the third time that Jesus asked him if he loved him grieve him? Because some point there needed to be a transition from the first introduction to the second. You see, Jesus had some business with Peter, Pastor, that he had to take care of.
Come on.
Your biggest failure was denying me. How many times?
3 times.
Now, how many times did he ask him to say, how many times did he say, I love him? How many times? You don't get the second introduction until you take care of the business of the first introduction first.
Come on.
You're not ready, Peter, to move into the second introduction until we take care of those 3 denials first.
Come on. All right.
So every time you tell me you love me, I'm going to cancel out of denial.
All right. Come on.
Preach now.
Word.
I'm about to go run in that water. Y'all will catch it when y'all get home. Every denial was canceled out with every confession of love.
All right.
Peter, I'm going to get you your second introduction, but we got to take care of what messed up your first one first.
All right. Word.
We got to take care of that one first.
All right.
Now, if that would have been some of you all in that verse, Peter has denied Jesus at the most vulnerable moment. Nobody in the Bible, you could say, swore more allegiance to Jesus than Peter did.
Come on.
If that would have been some of you all, I'm resurrected, I'm Jesus, I'm resurrected, and I find that food that ran for me. I'm not coming at you like, feed my sheep.
Come on.
Hey man, what happened?
You right. You right.
If you love me so much, like you, Mama, if you But we see the nature and character of God because what you do is not contingent upon what He's willing to do. My daughter, that you all see every day, was not born when I was married. Does that stop what God is doing in my life? So I thought. Doesn't stop it. So He's going to take care of what's holding the second introduction up first. Now, Acts chapter 2, starting with verse 6. I think that's the last thing that we'll read tonight. Acts chapter 2, starting with verse 6. Acts chapter 2, verse 6. Let's go there.